Portugal welcomed us with blue skies, broken trees and the biggest ice cream we've seen in our lives. That was our first day.
What a beautiful day it is today. It's a good start to our new life in Portugal.
We landed with a van full of pets, half of our remaining belongings in boxes and no house to move into, just hope, and a 1 week stay at Philippa's parents' home. That evening, standing by the sea, wind in our hair, watching the sun melt into the Atlantic, I remember thinking, we actually did it. But the road here, it was anything but simple. I was born in Plymouth, UK, raised in the countryside, cows, mud, early morning, quiet fields and a lifestyle I look back on with great fondness. Philippa was born here in Nazaré, Portugal, embracing beach life and the beauty of the roaring Atlantic, along with a tasty array of seafood on offer. Then life took her to the UK over 20 years ago, which also included a prolonged stay in Singapore. Our two eldest children, Naomi and Nathaniel, were born soon after, both half Indian, half Portuguese, born in Britain. Naomi is our creative soul, paint on her hands, ideas in her head. Nathaniel, he's our deep thinker, louder of the two for sure, but has a strong love for family and friends. Then only a couple of years later, I met Philippa and had the biggest privilege of my life, being introduced to Naomi and Nathaniel. Firstly, I was referred to as Matt, then promoted to Daddy Matt, and then finally to Daddy. Then came Ella, half British, half Portuguese, all personality. She's our feisty one, the spark, always keeping her elder siblings in check. We were married in the beautiful Portuguese countryside in 2023 in the presence of our family and friends from all over, which was a true highlight for our family. We are blended, we're multicultural, we're a little unconventional. Family matters to us and so does the way we live. Somewhere along the way though, between busy jobs, school runs and endless to-do list, we realised something felt off. That, coupled with sadly losing my brother when he was only 42, served as a stark reminder that life is precious and can be very short. I have a rare immune disorder that I shared with my brother, which also is a catalyst for this change. Whilst he sadly felt the impacts a lot more than me, life still remains uncertain and unpredictable. I do have a very rare blood disorder, which effectively means I have misfunctioning white blood cells, which makes me susceptible to infections. I just have a weaker immune system effectively than the average person. It's something, again, I've had all my life. It's an inherited illness. We needed and wanted to make a change. We didn't just want a different country, we wanted a different pace. We wanted to grow our own food, have animals, make more of what we consume, waste less, live more sustainably where possible. We wanted soil under our nails, not just screens in our hand, so we made the decision that scared us the most. We quit our jobs, sold our home of 9 years and the majority of our belongings, packed everything left over into a van. And if you're searching how to move to Portugal with kids or relocating to Portugal as a family, here's the honest truth, it's messy. Because instead of driving straight here, we turned it into a road trip across Europe.
It was an emotional goodbye.
It was, yeah, my mum got quite upset. We wanted to give our kids the opportunity to explore countries and cultures, and this was the perfect time to do this. France, Spain, Italy, that was the plan. But once we started driving, something shifted. We kept going, all the way to Hungary. That's where our van broke down. 26 days stranded, waiting, stressing, pretending to be calm for the kids, while Google translating with mechanics we couldn't understand. So we've been stuck on the side of this road for about 2 hours now. We're waiting for our recovery, which I believe is around 30 minutes away. I'm not sure what's wrong with the car, but it doesn't look good. In Rome, our van got broken into. I remember the sound of my own heartbeat in my ears, that sinking feeling. What are we doing? Still, we carried on. 15 countries in less than 3 months. When we finally reached Portugal, you'd think we'd settle. We didn't. We flew to Morocco for 3 weeks.
And it was absolute chaos.
Marrakesh felt electric. The colours, the chaos, the smell of the spices and the heat. Essaouira felt like exhaling. windy beaches, salty skin, and a much slower, less chaotic way of life. But our home in the UK still hadn't sold. Without that sale, we couldn't buy our dream home in Portugal, so we went back to the UK. We made it to the restaurant and Ella threw up straight away. So we just headed back to our cabin, which is more central in the trip, which I think should be a bit less back and forth, but yeah, we're back. Another van load and stored everything in a family attic. Then we flew to Asia for 4 weeks, Malaysia first. Incredible food, precious time with Naomi and Thaniel's family on their dad's side, all of us together, different histories, one shared focus, the kids. Then Gili Air in Indonesia. We snorkeled every day, swam with turtles, not just one or two, so many that we lost count. And there, on that tiny island, after 11 months on the market, our house finally sold. The big green light for Portugal. Relief doesn't begin to describe it. We had space to think. What do we really want in Portugal? Not a big house, not fancy things, a small home, land, a vegetable garden, chickens maybe, fruit trees, homemade granola instead of supermarket cereal, soup from scratch, time. In February 2026, we left Gili Air for good. Back to the UK, collected pets, collected van, and drove for 4 days to Portugal, and then came that first day. Blue skies, bright light, that Portuguese light that feels somehow different. We stayed at Philippa's parents' house for a week, celebrated her dad's birthday, carried boxes up to their loft, our whole lives stacked above childhood memories. The next morning we went for a walk. We saw the aftermath of Storm Kristen. Trees torn down, branches scattered, nature reminding us who was in charge. But even in that we found treasure. Near a bin of all places, small pieces, things that other people had thrown away. We cleaned them, kept them, they'll live in our future home one day. At lunch, we had Philippa's favourite soup, caldo verde, the smell of garlic and cabbage filling the kitchen. For snack, our favourite cakes. We went to Grandad's allotment to pick lettuce, even stinging nettles for dinner. That felt symbolic somehow. This is how we want to live. That evening, we made homemade granola, as if to say, this is the beginning. We built Millie's home and she seemed relieved. Introduced Molly the cat to Roxy the dog. They're not best friends, but they're not enemies either, so we'll call that progress. We tried to book our first property viewing, failed. Tried to book an appointment at the Financiers, failed again. Welcome to bureaucracy in Portugal. So we ended the day by walking the seafront. I accidentally ordered the biggest ice cream on the menu. It looked small in the photos, but it was ridiculous. We laughed so hard. There were failures that day, but it was also productive. It was real, it was ours. And as we watched the sunset over the water, I felt something settle inside me. We're not here for perfection. We're here for a slower life in Portugal, for sustainable living, for growing food, for raising children who knows where their dinner comes from, for community, and for time. This is our Portugal relocation story, our family moving abroad, our attempt at building a simple life in Portugal. We don't know exactly how it'll unfold. You're here at the beginning. If you want to follow our journey of moving to Portugal, finding a home, building a homestead, learning new skills, growing a garden and navigating Portuguese life, and figuring out as we go, please do subscribe. It's totally free and we'd love to have you with us. Tell us in the comments, would you ever take a leap like this? Next episode is where real house hunting begins, and trust me, it gets interesting.